Okay, this is my post-fight video for Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer. I'll start by saying entrance was great. Elvis singing was great. Even one point I thought to myself, Elvis the guy really looked like Elvis. Um, and Fury singing at the end was very entertaining. But I'm sure that's not what you've kind of clicked this video to listen to, or watch. So let me get on with the seriousness of this video. If I have to be brutally honest with you, and I'm talking to a lot of people out there that are Tyson Fury fans, and anybody who knows my channel knows that I am a supporter of Tyson Fury. Anybody who's going to turn around and say that I'm a hater knows nothing about me and my channel, and I'd rather, you know, you do your research on me before you start calling me a hater. But I'm a realist. And, Tyson's one that will turn around and tell you that this guy looks shit, that guy looks shit, this performance wasn't great, that performance wasn't great. And like, he's #1 contender, and I understand that no chances were meant to be taken. There was a history of the last WBO #1 contender making mistakes, and Boystoff versus Leopai, I know, but Tyson Fury is not that. Tyson Fury is 6'9", can switch hits, as we've seen, box just as good as the southpaws he can orthodox. Good jab, can control range, and I get it. Tyson can fight well. He's got a style now that is almost reminiscent of Klitschko when it comes to fighting against shorter opponents. I get it. I got the message with Derek Chisora, and I'm getting the message again against Christian Hammer. I get it. I understand. And as a Tyson Fury fan, people like to see Tyson get in the ring. I like to see Tyson fight. It's an event, Tyson fighting. You never quite know what's going to happen because Tyson is so unpredictable. Petey Fury in the corner has given Tyson the stability necessary. So we have Tyson now as the #1 contender, and we don't have episodes such as Pie Check Cunningham, where Tyson's going straight forward in straight lines, trying to knock the hell out of someone, which was exciting, and that's what people remember Tyson as. Tyson's matured. Appreciate that. He's using more of his boxing brain. Appreciate that. But then this is where we'll talk about that level, and we know Tyson's good at that level. He's leagues above, but how many leagues above? That's the question, because now he's going to fight Klitschko, and I'm not altogether comfortable with him fighting Klitschko now, or Wilder. And here's my point. I believe there should be one other fight, whether it be a Marius Vac, a Ustinov, somebody his own height, somebody who's going to put up some opposition at his own height. Christian Hammer was going to put up some opposition, but he was really a glorified punching bag. When you get to that level, when you're that talented as Tyson Fury can mess around and do those things. We know as boxing fans that Tyson makes one mistake, and I mean clowning around, putting your hands down by the side, doing all sorts of stuff against somebody like Klitschko, who is a consummate pro. You make one mistake, tick bang, you on the canvas. And unlike when Steve Cunningham hit Tyson Fury, or when Pychek hit Tyson Fury, the possibility of Tyson getting up to win a fight against Klitschko are not very good if you get knocked down by those type of guys who don't possess the sort of power that Klitschko has. This is not all doom and gloom, but this is being realistic. Even Marius Vac, who Tyson Fury believes he can beat on the night convincingly, knocked Hammer out. I mean, out. Go and look at the fight. Knocked him out cold, clean, clinical. As a #1 contender, for the WBO heavyweight championship of the world, honestly, yes, he showed some nice touches. He moved from one side, good footwork. Didn't learn anything new about Tyson Fury. Didn't learn a thing about Tyson Fury against Christian Hammer. And I think, personally, I would like to see him against Marius Vac or against Usmanov, someone who's big, strong, same height, or a little shorter, because that is what he's going to be facing against Vladimir Klitschko. He's not going to get anyone that can reproduce what Vladimir Klitschko will give him. But what he can do is face challenges against guys that are as the same height as him. And it's time we saw that. Why are we, I know we want to see Tyson Fury and get that world title around his waist, but we want to see how he does against a tall man, how he overcomes the problems against a man who has a similar reach to him and similar height to him, that now he just can't grab and hold and maul up. How does he deal with those things? How does he deal with somebody who now can find the right hand on his chin at a regular basis? They can't smother and shoulder roll, because now he's got a guy who can hit him and consistently hit him. That's the big question for me now. Because Vladimir Klitschko is not 6'2", 6'3". Vladimir Klitschko is an athlete. And now you're giving Klitschko credit. Because if we're looking at putting those two guys together in the ring now, we have to look at it that way. We can't look at it as, well, Tyson looked good against Christian Hammer, but he's not going to be fighting Christian Hammer for the world title. Like I said, Marius Vac, Usmanov. No, I'm not saying Usmanov or Vac are as good as Klitschko. But you saw how Klitschko dealt with Vac. Somebody similar height to him. You saw how Klitschko dealt with Vac. Klitschko had problems against Vac. Still dealt with him. Right? So, Tony Thompson, another one. I tell you something, people may disrespect me for saying this. And they may say, well, David Price is all those years behind and he's behind Fury and all that stuff. And people say, well, he's #1 contender now, so then he should go and fight Klitschko. Yes, but I don't think he's prepared enough to fight a tall man, a big man. And a David Price, for me, with all the danger it has, I think because of the word's probably fragile on this, of David Price. Price can punch. Price is tall. Price can box. Price has a decent jab. And he has thunderous right hand. Tell me why you couldn't make that fight. It clears a lot of things up. Fury now is fighting somebody his own height or similar height. Somebody we know that can punch. And somebody we know that has similar dimensions to Klitschko. And again, you make a mistake with Price, you get knocked out. But we also know that Price has still maybe some mental demons he needs to get over. And for me, as dangerous as a fight is, it's no more dangerous than fighting Vladimir Klitschko. At least it gives you a real idea of what Fury can do at that elite level. Because we don't know what he does against a big man that can fight. We know that Price can punch. I'm not saying Price is the next thing to Klitschko. But what I'm saying is it gives you a better idea of how he tackles a man that has that one-punch knockout power. And that can hit you and is in range to hit you. I'm not saying Price would beat Fury. What I'm saying is that you now got somebody... Because when Fury decides to spar and to prepare for for Klitschko, but Hammer in mind. When he prepares to fight Klitschko, who's he going to bring for sparring partners? Christian Hammer? We know what he does against Hugh Fury. That's behind closed doors. But who else is he going to bring in for sparring? Who is he going to bring in for sparring to replicate what Klitschko is going to be like? Do you understand? So I think that we need to see that fight. I know everyone's rushing to see, oh, well, what's the point? He's #1 contender. Yeah, okay. If he was #1 contender and he was going to fight Stiverne, I could see that. I could see Hamer, right, okay, similar stature, similar style, short, squat, got it. Understand you. You've prepared for that. Even let's go back in time, and here's my justification is, Lennox Lewis, when he was preparing to fight Mike Tyson, He tried to find guys that were similar to Tyson. Look at it. He fought Lionel Butler because he was thinking about Tyson. He fought Ray Mercer, short, squat, trying to cause problems because he knew eventually he was going to fight Tyson. He fought Mercer. He put himself in a lion's den against Mercer. And some people say he possibly could have got beat by Mercer. But he fought Mercer to say, you know what? I can fight up close against a man that's going to be like Tyson. I can grab it when I need to. I can fight back when I need to. And Mercer could punch. So, no, Mercer's not Mike Tyson. No. But you're looking for guys who are similar mold, similar height, you know, busy, going to try and put pressure on you from the start and throw punches at all angles. Tyson Fury now needs to fight a man that's going to have knockout power. So why the risk? Why doesn't he just go and fight Klitschko? Is he ready to fight Klitschko? And then show me what fight in Fury's career he's had to prepare for Klitschko. That's my concern. That's my concern. I get it. If he was fighting Stiverne, I get it. I understand. But as a person that wants to see Fury become, you know, world champion, do the best that he can, I'm a little concerned because is he ready? I know Tyson look at this video and say, well, you know, of course I'm ready. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to beat Klitschko, I'm going to do this and that. You know what? Dimensions. And Peter Fury said that Tyson fights better against big men. And maybe that's a plan. Maybe that is the plan. Maybe they don't want to show too much of themselves fighting against tall men so that when they actually fight Klitschko's going to be kept guessing. If that's the case, then fine. And yes, there's no reason why Fury couldn't beat Klitschko, I think, out of the southpaw stance. But it'd have to be in a much better shape. This shape he's coming in at the moment, the shape he came in against Chisora, and the shape he's coming in against Hammer, sorry, don't like it. Prefer him when he was fighting, when he fought Kevin Johnson. When he was that shape and that weight, yes. Because he's going to need all of that. He's going to need speed, he's going to need power, he's going to need movement. And is Fury a big puncher in the heavyweight division? He's a hurtful puncher, but he's not a one-punch knockout artist, as was shown against Hammer. And so those are my thoughts. Tyson Fury, workmanlike performance. But I ask you the question, and be honest with me, if Christian Hammer was challenging for the world title, and that was on paper, and we were tuning to watch Christian Hammer fight Vladimir Klitschko, what would you be telling me? Oh, Vlad's going to blow him out of there. Vlad's going to get him out of there. Vlad's going to blow him out. He'll destroy him. And Vlad would have destroyed Hammer. He would have. Because the right hands that Fury was hitting Hammer with, if Klitschko were landing them, Hammer would have been knocked out, similar to how he was knocked out against back. Now, I've not suddenly become a Klitschko supporter or a lover of Klitschko. No, I'm just saying that, I'm just seeing it as I'm seeing it. Klitschko would have destroyed Hammer. Would have been no retirement on the stool and all that business. Would have been a job done. Destroy. When you're showing your leagues above, you're not playing games. You're taking a man out. Boom. Right. You're not in my league. You're not in my level. Yes, I see you play with me for a few rounds, 2-3 rounds. Play. Now I'm going to knock you out and get rid of you. But there wasn't that. The 5th round, good. Dropped him. Finish him off. And say, that's it. You know, you're not in my league. You know, that was one thing I loved about Lennox Lewis. Lewis showed you he was a class above. He dismissed you. Play with you, take you out of there. You know, and that's why people love Mike Tyson. Because Tyson would take you out of there. Boom. No questions asked. If you weren't good enough, you didn't stick around. So, you know, even that's why people like Deontay Wilder. Because he's looking to get you out of there. You don't belong in the same ring as me. Gonna get you out of there. Even when he was fighting Stiverne, he was doing his level best to get Stiverne out of there. No business. And I'll ask you that question. If Deontay Wilder was fighting Christian Hammer, what would Deontay Wilder have done with Hammer? If Deontay was able to land them big right hands, what would Hammer do? He would have destroyed, he would have got rid of Hammer. This is my point. We're talking about now putting elite with elite. We saw Carl Frampton put on a destructive performance against the #1 contender, Alvarez. Destroyed him. The two guys should have been in the ring together. And That's the sort of class you show. And while Fury put on a workmanlike performance, sorry, Fury fans, if that's what we're taking into a world title fight against Klitschko, there are reasons to be concerned. Just because of the factors I've mentioned early on. This may sound harsh, but just trying to be real. And, you know, but Peter Fury, you can't doubt Peter Fury. He is a great trainer. If you listen to what he was saying in the corner, it was spot on. And he certainly knows what he's doing in the corner. So I'm sure he is aware of this before I've even mentioned it. And he's probably well aware of what the situation is. And probably it may just be their mastermind of how to deal with Klitschko and leave very little on the table so that when they come fight night, Klitschko has very little to research. Just thoughts. Let me know what you guys out there think. And what did you think of the performance? I'm not talking about the singing, I'm actually talking about the fight. Tyson Fury is definitely a exciting fighter, but it's time we find out whether he is truly world championship material. And you know, if he's not going to fight for the title in his next fight, then he needs to be against somebody of similar height. I'm out.